that kayak fit in that car?
So you're looking to buy a kayak and you want to fit it in your car, so you're probably going to buy a modular kayak. But can you fit it in your car? That's the question. Now, if you've got a big car, like an SUV or a truck or something like that, probably not an issue. But if you've got a compact car like I've got an Acura Integra, which is similar to a Honda Civic, it could be an issue. So you've got to take care in what the measurements are of the kayak you're looking to buy and what the measurements of your car are. So I was very careful in the kayak that I picked. So when the kayak came in, I unpacked it and went to put it in my car, and the way I had hoped to put it in, it didn't fit. So I had to go to plan B. Originally I planned to put it in the back seat, and it just didn't quite fit. The measurements were there, but as it turns out, the car has some curves that make it so that it doesn't quite fit. So I got the Reel Yak kayak, specifically the Raptor 9.5 foot modular kayak. I also got the middle section, but we're not going to talk about that today because the two pieces, what I put in my the compact car. The three piece I can't even get close to putting into my compact car. So the two piece, originally I was going to put in the back seat, but we'll talk about why that didn't quite work out. The back section, it's 59 inches tall. You have to take into account the rudder, and with that turned at the side, it's about 59 inches tall, 31 inches wide, and 41 or 14 inches deep, while the front section is 55.5 inches tall, 31 inches wide, same width, and 11 inches deep. Mine has a little, I added on a section here that makes it a little more complicated, but that's another story to tell. And then you also have to consider that you've got the other gear that you need to bring along, the foot pedals. You need to have your spare paddle, and of course you have to have a life vest, a life preserver. So you have to have the minimum equipment to go along, and so that's what you're going to have to fit in your car to go kayaking. So that's what I was trying to deal with. So let's talk about what the issue was trying to fit it in the back of my car, because I took the measurements ahead of time and thought that it would fit. So I just checked the manufacturer specs, and my measurements were pretty darn close, with one exception. Their measurements were with the rudder off. Now I'm not going to take the rudder off every time that I go to put it in the car. So that's kind of a non-starter. But having said that, when I saw the measurements on the online, I measured my car, and I looked at it and said, well, you know what? My car's wide enough. It's close. It should be able to fit. So I went ahead and ordered it, and I went to put it in the car, and I went to close the door, and you know what? The car is not straight. It's not a box. It's curved. It's got door handles. The window curves up, and I could barely close the door with the back section in. But then with the back section in, I couldn't. It took up so much space. I couldn't get the front section in, and even if I could get the front section in, I would have had to move the seat so far forward that there's no way I could have worked the clutch or the or I don't know if I could have even fit in there. So, so I had to go to plan B. All right, let me show you the solution, how we can put this in. First of all, you got to take out the this cover. Of course, you got to put down the seats. And I've got to put the passenger seat forward. Back section slides in pretty easy. Goes against the passenger seat. And the top section goes in with the bow facing this direction. And the extra pieces sit in there. And all set. That's it. So that's how it fits in the back of the car. See, there's still a fair amount of room. Show you the back seat. So it takes up a fair amount of room, but actually underneath the kayak, it's amazing how much spare room there is. I took it on a road trip, and if you have small items, you can fit them in and around the kayak. Now, if you have a larger vehicle, it's not going to be an issue. You know, this is more geared towards compact cars, hatchbacks, those sorts of things. So that's my experience with loading my modular kayak in a compact vehicle. Hopefully you're better informed if you're looking at getting a modular kayak for a small vehicle. If you've got a big vehicle, I don't think it's an issue, but hopefully this video has helped you out a little bit. Out!